Welcome to NDR National Domestic Radio. I am Erin and I am a career nanny in the Boston area for the last 15 years. I'm also a newborn care specialist and I'm here with my friends Thaty and Devon.
Hi there, I'm Thaty. I'm a career nanny in Boston since 2003. I'm also a child care specialist.
My name is Devon. I am a nanny here in the Boston area. I've been nannying for about 5 years and I am a child passenger safety technician as well.
Well, welcome. We are trying this for the first time. We're seeing if maybe we would be more accessible to all of you through YouTube. So let us know how
Give
this
it a go.
Yeah, we'd love some feedback.
Today we actually have a lot to discuss. We have Thaty, who just came back from the National Domestic Alliance Conference, National Conference, and we have Devon, who has been, or all of us who just ended the last week of National I can't even think of Nanny Recognition Week.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
I like the nannies that just shorten it to Nanny Week.
There you go.
Yeah,
perfect.
right.
I like that. Nanny
Week.
So let's start off with Thaty a little bit. Talk to us about your excellent weekend you had.
Yeah, all about what happened.
Yes, so I was in DC for 4 days for the Domestic Workers Assembly in DC. So we had that Saturday and Sunday. And then on Monday and Tuesday we had the We Won Wait Summit, which was amazing. And you guys will like that. I saw, I was sitting on a panel with Sheila from care.com. So they were talking about,
cool.
the care stuff and all that. But I'm gonna start with the assembly first because it goes through all the domestic workers. We talk about PCAs, nannies, and house cleaners. We had was a lot of workshops, but one of them they really wanted to hear from all the workers what should be their priorities, what should they work on, what would be the priorities for this year. So I have here the 3 of them for childcare, for house cleaners, and direct care, and I'd love to talk to you guys about it. What do you think? So this was exercise, huge. I think nannies would probably had more than 50 there in the room. They were supposed to, we voted, I think I have some pictures, maybe we can put it there after. But we voted, and the priorities in childcare, it came down to 5. It was supposed to be 3, but I think they can go together.
Some close calls.
Yeah, so I think maybe they will go. So the first one was protection against unfair firing, along with references, notice of the termination, and severance pay.
I see a lot of this.
Yeah, I do too. Yep.
It's a hot issue.
It is a hot issue, especially when you have it written in your contract what certain wording of termination is and how families can get around not paying you severance because of the way it's worded in your contract.
Yep.
So you definitely have to make sure that you're paying attention to even like small words like the and is, of.
The terminology is very important and very particular. Needs to be very clear.
Yes.
And I think, the second one was protection against retaliation, and I'm particularly proud that I put that one in after we had all the 40, 50 things over there. I was like, I know it's not fair for me just to be the one raising one more issue, but this is an issue. And we talked about it, how retaliation, because we depend on those care.com profiles, right?
Yeah.
Our online profile. And we all know
equally.
Yeah, we all know the thing when we leave a family and they always take personal, right?
Yep.
We were the best nanny until yesterday, and if I give my notice today, it's like, whoa,
Yeah, it always
what
goes
happened?
downhill, right?
Yeah.
So then, they wrote me a great reference letter last week. That's what, and I do tell nannies, like, get a reference first.
Yeah.
And then you do it because it does change, and it's like humans, right?
Even
Well, once
if
someone's emotions are actually hurt, they completely change their tune about something. We do it all the time too. I mean, it could be anything, which is obviously unfair because if you've been working for somebody for like 4 years and you've been great, and then for whatever reason you're leaving, and the family decides that they feel hurt about it, and they're gonna try to get back at you.
Yeah.
And they do, and I always tell you
personal.
guys, remember like that time that, they're talking, they put it like, how could you do this to us? Like, wow, we're so disappointed. And after 5 minutes they're putting me down, like, would you reconsider? I was like, no, you just put me down for 5 minutes. Like,
Right?
I think it's tough. Parents react very emotionally.
yeah.
Because being a nanny or being a PCA, being a house cleaner, you're in someone's home and it's a very personal thing. And all of a sudden they're like, how could you do this to me?
Yeah.
Even if you're not doing it to them, you're doing something good for yourself. They think it's about them, and that's sort of just the way the world works.
Yeah, that's a fact. So I think that's one. The third one they put was clear mandatory contract, and what I think it is, the first and the second maybe goes with the third.
Yeah.
Right? So I think having a clear contract will get
eliminate the other issues.
Well, at least in Massachusetts, you have to have a clear contract, and you have to list certain things like your days that you are working, the start and end time, your hourly pay, your OT pay, your paid vacations or non-paid vacations, sick days, all of that kind of stuff. Your
Severance.
duty, severance. Your duty. That's your child care chores. Yeah, description. But like your household chores that you have to be in there, that kind of stuff. And I also know in Massachusetts, and I'm not so sure. I know I haven't really paid attention to this part. Was we need a 90-day review starting with a new family. And
I think we're entitled to periodic review.
It is actually 90
annually,
days.
isn't it?
it's 90 days and then 1
close
year.
to 90 days,
Okay.
I think.
And it has to be written.
In my current contract, it does state that it has to be written, but I just said 6 months because life is busy. We'll get to it around.
Well, true. And I just had my first review with my current family I've been with for a year, and they asked me if I wanted it written or verbal, and I was like, can we do both? And I told them the written's actually going to go into my files, so I have it for whatever
Reference.
Yeah, reference, but also like I could put it in my portfolio if I want to.
If it's glowing.
Yeah, exactly. Going, but it's also, can I go back and refer to that? Because like, what if something down the line we have a discussion about something that they're saying that I'm not doing, even though they talked about it. I could go back and be like, oh well.
See, here you said.
Exactly, or so I haven't really changed, what have you. So there's always great to have everything in writing so you can go back and reference it. It protects me, but it also protects them too.
Oh, free advertisement, don't get paid for this, but remember when we're doing the beta for the in-house agreements, it's out. So contractsfornannies.com, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's very simple to use, and
shameless
it's free
promotion
for nannies. It's shameless promotion. I mean, as I said, don't get paid, but I thought that was amazing.
A wonderful
they did
tool.
It out, for everybody, and it's available to everybody. Now you can create an account. You don't need to just print it out. Before you couldn't save it, but they were there. They actually showed a few things and some material there that I loved, and I think it's very, very, very useful for nannies if they don't want to spend, $40, $50, $100 to get another contract.
Yeah, it just has like your baseline, your simple baseline, and then you can go in and add to it what you feel you want out of your own contract. I know it was
it's a discussion.
Yeah, that's true
and this
too.
Is the thing.
Yep.
So the employers can have an account. You can have an account. You guys can mesh them. I love it. So contractsfornanny.com. I can put it in there. But again, don't get paid for it. It's just a really, really great tool for nannies out there.
Wonderful.
And then the last two, which I think the first three really go in the contract. I think it's easier, to go. The last two would be health insurance and accredited nanny training, which we have been talking about a lot.
Yes. I agree with both of those. I think, especially here in Massachusetts, obviously nationally, you are supposed to have insurance, but it's really important for the families to be able to contribute to that, because we do get sick, we do get hurt, we do get have to go to the doctors, what have you. Some of them require us to get shots, like our Tdap or our flu shot and all of that.
A lot of the basic vaccinations.
Basics, and it would be helpful for them to be able to compensate us for that, or put that as a benefit too. And trainings are wonderful, as all three of us know. We do them all the time.
I do training anyways, but having it accredited through some sort of academia accreditation would be awesome,
agree.
because it would really add a lot of bulk to the credits we're already taking. It would be really awesome.
And it's what we talked. They was like, well, we're thinking about university. Like, no, it's just how Red Cross offers babysitting 101 for teenagers, right? So if you could have something like Red Cross or something like just a 101, and you can cover topics like discipline. If it's newborn, I think that needs to go an overview of what's important. But I think, nutrition, discipline, and just child interaction. Those three would be the main ones. And you do it, and it could be, a 5-hour course, a 1-day, 2-day workshop.
Depending on what you're...
Yeah, and I did think about a state license or something, because again, teachers need that, right? So daycare's needed. Teachers need to be licensed to go and take care of kids. in a setting, a public setting. There are going to be other adults and other kids. Now, why don't we have something for someone that's going to be alone with your kids in your
To hold them
house?
accountable.
Right. So I think it is important, even and I, you know, we did talk a lot about immigration and stuff, and I do think this is important to be open to all. So at least we know, and we're training, and you know, we have a standard. It's like, okay, if you want to be a nanny, then every nanny can be registered here. We have like a file, and you know, it's good for everybody. So I was very excited that they put that as a priority. Like,
Well, I think having something accredited would be great, but and having something like an association, kind of like INA or something along those lines. I'm not so sure about having the state regulated though.
well, they have association, but not state, but I do think because we do have, I mean, you know, as an early childhood, you know, degree, I could say I'm accredited because I'm, you know, a teacher, I have a license,
Yeah,
whatever.
you do have some accreditation.
But I think, you know, because we have like, we have the INA, we have all the single ones, but those are,
But they're very disjointed.
yes.
So we need something to like
Well, I think
bring everything together.
I do agree, but
for house care, for house cleaners, their priorities would be immigration reform, health insurance, and retirement plan, which I thought it makes sense.
now is this for like for instance, like an individual house cleaner that comes in and they have several different clients, or is this for somebody who works for a company like Mary Maids or something?
Yeah.
It goes, actually we did go to details even for that, and for, this is the thing, it's like, what is childcare, and they talk about all the different ways that childcare comes. It goes to both, and I think for house cleaning is even more crucial because the one, you know, they work 2 hours, 3 hours in one house.
Yeah,
So for
because they're
them
in
to get the
several
benefits
houses.
is even worse, right?
Yeah.
Because one employee.
Yeah,
is
they're not
gonna
getting paid time
So
off.
for them, I think that membership that we just talked about, the National Domestic Work Alliance,
Okay.
will be great for them, so they can
Yeah.
be one institution that is going to provide them with this.